and I don't know why this happens. I've heard it only happens to white people, and I'm pretty sure it's true because I know a lot of white people that smell like this after being outside the entire day. There's something in our hair and in the city air that does this. It just smells like wet dog. So if you know why, please put it in the comments, because this is an interesting scientific thing to research. Pretty stupid, but interesting nonetheless.
This sun is killing these human beings. It's killing them. And if you're a human being watching this, this means you're either a Caucasian, an Asian, a Dravidian, a Mexican, or Arab. I'm not against y'all, but I'm telling y'all facts. The sun is killing y'all, and even y'all own people not gonna tell y'all that. All right.
But the people who always complaining about why the sun is so hot, that's only because you don't have a connection to it. Why do you think us black people can go outside without any problems? You don't see no black people out here complaining about the sun. It only be them humans and Caucasians because they don't have the same DNA as us. If you're a black person watching this video right now, I need y'all to understand that you have carbon in your skin. If you don't know what carbon is, now you know, because you are melanated. The same thing that's inside of the sun makes up your skin, hair, and nails because you have melanin throughout your whole body. That's why they call us the children of the sun, because we are literally non-ether beings. When you look at that sun, you are actually looking at a portal, and that portal is something that's connected directly to you. Not just you, your ancestors too. The same sun your ancestors used to look at a long time ago is that same sun that you're looking at right now. Why do you think it's so important to start sun gazing? Our ancestors knew looking directly at the sun would activate the pituitary gland and the pineal gland. See this right here? You ever wonder why they say 666? Everybody in the world think the word 666 is a bad number, but it's actually not. The reason why they say 666 is because you have 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. You see right here, if you just pay close attention, you ever wonder why it has an eye around it? That is because your pineal gland is the eye that gets activated by the sun. When you look at the sun and gaze into it, you are actually receiving light codes, which is information. And that's how they came up with 666, because you have 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, which is neuromelanin, carbon, which makes up the whole entire universe. Think about it. Without the sun, there would be no type of source of energy, because the source of energy that we get here on this planet is the sun. Most of the people that cannot take the sun is the ones who are not organic to the planet. I'm not here to put anyone down, but you white people are not original to this planet. That's why y'all really can't take the sun like that. And if you knew this for yourself, you would not be getting mad at what I'm saying, because you'll know what I'm saying right now. I'm just stating facts. The reason why I made this video, because I wanted to let all my black people know that you have carbon in your skin. You are a non-ether being. So this information that I'm giving out doesn't apply for everybody, because they're not black. They don't have carbon in their skin. But if you are black and you have carbon in your skin, do you understand everything that I'm saying about the sun? You have a connection with the sun.
Now, the most amazing thing is that that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine...
If that's the case, they wouldn't have made the fake clouds. To block out, let's not forget the whole purpose of clouds. They created clouds to block out the sun so that we, the divine beings, will not receive our photon energy. But to keep us away from that energy, every year since they invaded, they created something called winter with their weather-making machines that create these clouds that block out our sun to keep us from the connection to our direct food source, which is the sun. We are carbon-based beings. We don't need meat. We are electrical beings. We need photons, photon energy, my people. We are electricity. This is why they give us rubber soles. Remember the basics, y'all. Let's walk back through it. Let's go back to first grade. Why do we even got rubber soles on the bottom of our shoes? Luminous beings, electrical beings. Why do we wear cloth? Why would they surround us with glass, plastic? What does all that do to electricity? It constricts it. And you still out here playing. We ain't different. We can't do every fucking Marvel, Avenger, all that shit made about your genetics.
Melanated people are not meant to eat acidic foods. Melanated people are meant to consume alkaline foods. Melanated people are meant to consume melon. When melanated people eat watermelon, it's like gold. And so vilifying watermelon helps you hurt yourself. I don't eat watermelon. No, I don't do that. You're supposed to. And yes, you do have an appetite for it. But now all of a sudden you don't want to eat watermelon? Watermelon is the world's largest vine fruit. And it is literal gold.
And whites, end quotes. You know it's going to be interesting. And it was. Quote, 1. Dr. Richard King reveals that the core of the human brain is the locus coeruleus, which is a structure that is black because it contains large amounts of neuromelanin, which is essential for its operation. 2. Black infants sit, crawl, and walk sooner than whites. 3. Carol Barnes notes that human mental processes are controlled by melanin, that same chemical which gives blacks their superior physical and mental abilities. 4. Some scientists have revealed that most whites are unable to produce melanin because their pineal glands are often calcified or non-functioning. Pineal calcification rates with Africans are 5 to 15%, Asians 15 to 25%, and Europeans 60 to 80%. This is the chemical basis for the cultural differences between blacks and whites. And 5. Melanin endows blacks with greater mental, physical, and spiritual abilities, something which cannot be measured based on Eurocentric standards.
You know, that's why when human beings hit me up and they like, man, are you racist or you motherfucker? Like, how? I'm just teaching the true esoteric history of our planet. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of white people, y'all were lied to too, because y'all have been living as the superior race on the planet when y'all are not the superior race. Y'all are actually inferior to everything on the planet, even the animals. You know what I'm saying? The animals come before y'all. So y'all owe y'all homage to the animals and to us. You see what I'm saying? So that's gonna lead into where you was on a higher frequency and y'all were bigger. Now we back to that story of these giants that walked the earth again. And you can Google that. They stay digging up bones of us 30, 40, 50 feet. I keep telling y'all, ain't no such thing as no motherfucking dinosaurs. They didn't even mention them in their Bible. I don't see a documentary, not a chapter in their Bible. How the fuck you forget to mention them? Because they never existed. You know what the dinosaur bones come from? Your bones. Those are the bones of how big we were. And then they go make a fake ass alligator head and put it on them big ass bones and put that shit up in a museum and named the dinosaurs and made all these fancy names. Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Fuck out of here. Them our bones in that bitch, nigga. Go in any museum and ask to touch the dinosaur bones. They're gonna be plastered bones. They not real. Then ask them where the real bones at. Right. Under the Vatican with everything else. You show them folks the real bone. Show my people the real bone. Human bone. Yeah, that mean human bones that big. Wanna crop a little head on that bitch and call it a dinosaur.
They're grown from human DNA, mixed with DNA of the natives.
Marine in an avatar body.
Did giants really ever roam our planet? Besides the hundreds of newspapers published on skeletal remains of giants, it's pretty weird that literally every single ancient civilization has stories of giants in it. Just to get a good look, here's a list of some of them, and some of the ancient texts. What's weird is that in the 18 and 1900s, mainstream archaeology was much more open to sharing evidence on this. Like I said before, even the New York Times published several newspapers on them. In Mexico, they found an 8-foot tall giant, and in the US, they found one that was 12 feet. Here's some of the places they found them just in the US, and here's some of their sizes. Then out of nowhere, all the evidence they had been gathering suddenly began disappearing. The weird thing was that all the giant human skeletons were always sent to the Smithsonian for further study. They even went out of their way to purchase the San Diego giant for $15,000. But have you seen any of them in their museum? No.
And they was scared to go out there, nigga. They went back and told them, like, man, we ain't going out there. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking giants out there. They was scared, y'all. I'm finna bring up the quote. And then break everything, tie it all down for y'all, tie it together for y'all, man. Numbers 13, y'all. If y'all want to go look it up in the Bible, it's in Numbers 13. They chose that for a reason. Remember, they wrote the fucking Bible, y'all. They wrote the Bible, y'all. So they just telling y'all what was going through. It's all a code. I'm just breaking it down for y'all. Check it out. In Numbers 13, we read the story of Moses sending out the heads of the families, 12 leaders, to spy out the land that God promised them. Who was God? Their God is Satan. Their God is Zeus. Remember, Zeus is one of the gods, nigga. And who are they? They are the kids of Zeus. You see them? So that's why they spied out our planet, because Satan had promised them our planet. Let's read it again. All right. Moses sent out the heads of the families, 12 leaders, to spy out the land that God had promised to give them. Even though these men indeed found the land to be a place of milk and honey, as God had promised, that means that they saw this land to be beautiful. Our planet was beautiful. But check game. Let's see what they saw. Well, let's see what